I will admit to you that I think it's the coolest bottle I've seen in a while. Now, the label on the bottle, can you hand me that?
Absolutely, of course.
The label's, just slapped on there. It's not like it's like embossed. But this like matte black glass, yeah, that's very cool. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy, and this is the Burning Chair Bourbon Whiskey. There you go. Coming in at 44% alcohol by volume, or 88 proof, aged 4 years, actually able to get a mash bill on this. 75% corn, which would denote what, Fingers Malloy?
What did you say? I was putting the bottle back. I'm sorry.
It's 75% corn.
Oh, it should be sweet.
It should be sweet. It should be sweet. See that? See that? You hang around Eat, Drink, Smoke Nation long enough, you learn a thing or two. 21% rye, 4% malted barley. Fingers, you found this a couple weeks ago. I had never heard of it. I had never, ever heard of it. We were looking things up about it, and someone did a review over at leafenthusiast.com and paired it with a Sin Compromiso from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. I said, I don't know about the bourbon, but I like the pairing because anything with a Sin Compromiso is a good maneuvering there, a good market. So this is sourced out of Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. So this is a blend of bourbons going on here, and it is finished in Cabernet barrels. And it was one of the first things Fingers said when he pours this out into our Kenzie glasses. He's like, oh yeah, oh, that's wine.
I had no idea how it was aged, where it was aged, or that was 75% corn in the mash bill.
Right. I'm here to help.
But right away, you could get a whiff of on the nose. Yeah. That smells like wine.
And it's a pretty color, right? So not as amber as I would like, more in the copper orange right there, more what you would think of bourbon it looks like. By the way, who let you pour? Look at the size of this pour.
What? What's
Bravo.
wrong with that?
Why is yours so tiny and mine is overflowing?
It's because you looked at me before we started and said, I need a drink.
I didn't.
Oh.
But I should have. Oh, that's sweet.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so that's a twofer. Wait a second. That is sweet. And that is a bit of oak. There's a bit of oak in there. There's a bit of wood in there.
But there is, you get a red wine kind of hit on the nose, do you not?
Yes. That sweetness could be seen as, my people would say, a touch of the Manischewitz. That is, oh yeah. Have you ever had Manischewitz?
You're just making stuff up at this point.
It's a brand, and they make wine for Jewish holidays, and it is so sweet that one sip, boom, diabetes.
Oh.
You got the Wilford Brimley diabetes right there.
Can I get it at a gas station next to Little Debbie?
No.
Oh.
No, you can't.
That's too bad. But it's very nice.
Yeah, I think that definitely you could say there's a bit of wine there, but if I'm digging in, if I'm getting in a little bit fuller there, that is sweet. You're not off. You're not off with that, but enough with us just smelling things. Fingers Malloy, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
He's been ready for this all day. Fingers Malloy is doing what is known as the Kentucky Chew, moving the juice around the palate, getting a real feel for the flavors. Sometimes you want to take 2 sips. The first sip to set the taste buds, the second sip to really get an understanding of what the bourbon is. This is a 4-year bourbon whiskey. Fingers Malloy, what say you?
It's nice. And listen, first of all, I freely admit, I'm not a wine person, okay? That's much more of the world that you are in, and you're not even much of a wine person. But you have much more experience in wine than
if you mean I have a wine key and can open a bottle, yes.
Wow. Expert. Having said that, I do still feel that there's like that red wine note, as well as nice bit of oak, nice bit of spice, maybe a little bit of caramel on the finish. It's very, very nice. I'm going to be curious what you think about it because it's sweet, so I'm not sure it's going to be something you're going to be crazy about.
I'm going in. This is the Burning Chair Bourbon, 44% alcohol by volume, 88 proof. Here I go.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's doing what we like to call the Memphis Munch, the Chattanooga Chomp.
The Burning Chair Chomp.
Ah.
Ha ha.
Well. Is that the spice?
It was a quick spice punch on the tongue, like a knife grazing your temple. and oh wow. It has all settled. I'm gonna need a minute.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Oh my God! In one shot.
Are you sure it's the bourbon? Are you okay?
Oh.
Are you all right?
Oh.
Do we need to call the authorities?
Ooh. I think I might need some sour cream. Wow. That all the heat hit low chest at one shot. Oh, it's still there.
No kidding.
Oh, is that what Fireball's like? Wow, that's weird.
That is weird.
It's a fantastic finish.
So what's the finish for you?
That's a really good finish. It is fruity. The oak is there. There's a bit of vanilla going on, almost like a vanilla cream. That's happening. I can't tell you where the palate was because it moved so quickly to the firebomb in the bottom of my chest. I don't know what happened. But the finish is a lover right there.
Is it too sweet for you?
No.
Wow.
I'm curious what a cube is. I'm going back in.
Oh, good for you. You have plenty in your glass, so I'm glad you're going in for seconds. He's doing the Saginaw swish, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Did you just do a Popeye?
No. I did it again.
Wow.
Oh, what is happening?
He's doing
oh my God.
He's doing a full Fred Sanford, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm coming. Wow. Finish is really nice. It is. I don't know what's happening. But I in the mouth, right? Fine. The minute it goes to, oh my God. How is that only 88 proof?
That's amazing to me. So it skips the palate.
Fire.
It skips the palate for you.
Gone.
It goes straight to the belly. You got fire in your belly is what you're saying.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
That's nuts. People are going to love this. The finish is really, really delightful. Like you're going to like that flavor. You know what? I might take away from vanilla and go into a bit of marshmallow almost. I might hit toasted marshmallow. But I have no idea what the palate is. What I do know is bowl of yogurt to put out this heat like I just had curry vindaloo. This is Eat, Drink, Smoke. Fingers Malloy, as you are well aware, it is the holiday season. It is the pumpkin spice season, Fingers Malloy, where everything, big and small, everything expensive or free, is pumpkin spice. Your mailman smells of pumpkin spice. Your children smell of pumpkin spice. Go on, smell your money. Pumpkin spice. And your pumpkin spice smells even more pumpkin spicier.
It's really the season of joy.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite pumpkin spicer, Fingers Malloy. Starbucks, they've got their new holiday cup designs. Aren't you excited?
Oh, I'm going to go and collect all of them today.
I just want to say for the record, nobody cares about the Starbucks cup design. And if they do, they have way too much free time.
You're joking, right?
People have raged about these things. They've gotten angry about these things. There's been threats about these things. It's a freaking cup. It's a cup with some kind of mermaid fish thing on it, and it's got a ribbon. Can we move on, please? Can we stop the insanity of being concerned about this ridiculous cup and be more bothered that so many people buy overpriced coffee?
The logo is a what?
It's a fish lady. It's like a mermaid lady.
I thought it was Jerry West.
That's the NBA.
Oh, I've got the wrong story open.
Yes, it's Starbucks.
Starbucks. So
I'm so proud of you, by the way. That was such an excellent poll.
Thank you.
To go with Jerry West.
Confession. Because I know how you feel about Starbucks.
Yeah.
You're not a huge fan of Starbucks.
I am not so much impressed.
You will go to a Starbucks if you have to.
Of course. I am not, crazy.
I have for my home machine there, not going out, but when I make home coffee at the house there in a machine made by Mr. Coffee.
Ooh.
It was good. I've been doing a lot of Starbucks coffee lately. Ground coffee.
Yeah.
It's been on sale.
Well, listen, I'm not going to tell you not to buy something on sale. I am.
You're going to judge me, though.
I'm not judging you. Fingers, of all the things I would judge you for,
it's another one to add to the list.
You think that even makes the top 43?
Over the years, you have made your opinion known.
About you? Yes.
Yes, and about Starbucks.
Starbucks can go bite. What? Is it something I said? Starbucks is what you do in a pinch. Starbucks is not what you do as a standard. It's not. It's just not.
Well,
it isn't.
Apparently,
no.
Many Americans disagree with you, and they run to get, not only do they get the expensive coffee, how much are these cups? Seriously, are these cups
These
like...
are the cups that come with the coffee.
Oh, you don't spend extra to get the
you're not
collector cup?
No. These are regular cups that you then throw away and destroy the environment with.
You don't throw these away, do you?
Of course you throw these away.
No, I mean the people who are really, really passionate about...
They're not collecting cups like they're beer bottles along the wall of your dorm room.
They aren't? I just assumed... Let me take you back, ladies and gentlemen, to a simpler time. It was back in the 1970s when McDonald's, the Golden Arches, used to release collector cups, and people would run to their local McDonald's and say...
Did I tell you I almost got a set of McDonald's rocks glasses?
I'm sorry?
They have rocks glasses. They are Hawaii themed. Hawaiian McDonald's rocks glasses. I missed out on the bid on Facebook Marketplace. I tried to get them. I'm going to find these things. They're amazing.
I have almost on several occasions purchased McDonald's ashtrays, but the only thing that stopped me is they were at the restaurants in the 70s,
right,
and they're way too small for cigars.
Right, but they're awesome.
Right.
And McDonald's, so McDonald's, it was you could buy the glass with Ronald McDonald and Grimace and the Hamburglar. I remember those.
Yeah,
sure.
Space Ghost.
Right.
I don't know. But so you're saying it's not like that. It is just the regular old waxy paper cup.
Yes.
Then why are people going crazy about these?
I think that hurt more than the bourbon. They go crazy for them because people have given up any thought of having a normal life. The things they get excited about, the things that are important to them, it's just so ridiculous. They shouldn't even be at a Starbucks. And they know they can't afford it. And if they look at their bank accounts at the end of the month, they're like, where'd all the money go? Well, it's a $6 whatever, frap or whatever, twice a day, 5 days a week. That's 12 times 5. That's 60 times 4 is $240. The end.
That's 1/10 of a car payment.
Are we going to talk about the insanity of a 50-year mortgage? Can we do this? Can we? I mean, if you want to stay on target, I'll stay on target. I will totally Star Wars this thing with you. But if we can,
Go right ahead.
Pulte Homes and President Trump floated the idea of a 50-year mortgage as a way to make homes more affordable. And I want to say right now, for the record, anyone who thinks a 50-year mortgage is a good idea is out of their minds.
I disagree with you.
Now, hold it.
I think Pulte Homes think it's an excellent idea.
I don't want to stop somebody from getting a 50-year mortgage. I don't care if you get a 200-year mortgage. What I'm saying is that this is not the way to engage a level of quote-unquote affordability. That's the problem. It doesn't solve a problem. And part of the problem is if the only place you want to live is the place that has $800,000 homes and you only make $132,000 a year between the two of you, maybe you can't afford that if you have two kids. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if you are the sole working parent and you're making $85,000 a year, buying an $800,000 house is out of the question. You can't afford to live there. And this has been a big, big argument on social media. See, that's the problem. We're not encouraging people because we're saying you're going to have to move somewhere else. This is Migratory 101. What the hell is wrong with everybody? You can't live in New York City, and that's what created Weehawken. This is a maddening thing that's going on here. 50-year mortgage. Maybe you shouldn't buy that house to begin with. Thank you. Are you looking up Weehawken?
No, actually. So the Starbucks coffee cup, it's red and green.
Is it something I said?
No, I completely agree with you. The other thing that we need to have a discussion about that we don't have time for is the concept of a starter home, and that a starter home doesn't necessarily have to be 4,000 square feet.
Yeah. Your house doesn't have to have granite. Laminate is fine. Shut up. This is Eat, Drink, Smoke. Eat, Drink, Smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. We are smoking from La Aurora, the 103 Cameroon, right there. I think it's called the 103.
Isn't it the 1906?
It's the 1903.
1903.
It's the 1903. Sorry. This is the Cameroon wrapper, 5 3/4 by 54. $7 a stick? Yes, please. It's a very nice cigar.
Yeah, and I would argue that it could very easily be an everyday cigar for a lot of people.
Yeah. The spice is definitely there. There is a little bit of a cream undertow. There is a little bit, as I said, of leather going on with this as well. Oddly, though, it is a touch monotone. That isn't necessarily bad. If you're expecting big changes as we're now into the second third of the cigar, that I'm not getting. They say it's a medium. It plays much fuller for me than a medium, but it's just easy. It's just nice. You're like, this is good. This is good. $7 sold, done, complete. And there's a lot of opportunities for this cigar. But we are drinking the Burning Chair Bourbon. This is a 4-year bourbon, 88 proof, 44% alcohol by volume. And I have some, that's how you know it's fresh. I have some rocks right here. I'm throwing mine right on the rocks. Now, it's water, right? Water brings down proof. Water can open it up, right? Some flavors more pronounced, some more diluted. Fingers has added a little bit of water to his right there. It will change the complexion of your bourbon. It's a whole different experience. I got a lot of heat out of this. I got painful heat in the lower chest out of this. I thought it was hospital time, but the finish was spectacular. I almost want to say marshmallowy. Like it was vanilla, and then it moved into marshmallow, and it had that sweetness, had a little bit of oak. It was a nice finish. Fingers more.
It makes me wonder, would you like to see it in a milkshake?
I want to see everything in a milkshake. So there's that. But I put this on some cubes. I'm going in.
He's going back in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope that he does not once again end up in the fetal position. Doing the Memphis Munch, the Saginaw Swish. He looks better.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's in pain. That's good. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, that heat in the lower chest is gone. You actually have something on the palate. That is sweet, right? But it's not a wine sweet, right? This is finished in wine, right?
Yes.
This is brown sugar sweet. A little bit of oak undercurrent right there. A little bit of, the marshmallow vanilla is kind of dissipated a bit with the cube, but now there's the heat in the finish. Hey, how you doing? Oh, how's your mother? Yeah, still fat? Great. Whoo!
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
Are you just
88 proof?
Are you just having a day? Is that what this is?
Oh my God.
Did you eat today?
Are you sweating?
No.
I'm sweating.
Did
That's
you eat
crazy.
today?
It just right there. I took 2 sips, radiating to my ears. My ears are hot. Why?
I don't
Hold
know.
on a second. I'm checking my pulse. No, I'm fine. Wow, that's crazy. It's a nice bit of flavor. Fingers is going in, adding just a little bit of water to his glass right there. What say you on this Burning Chair Bourbon whiskey?
See, to me, it brought out a little bit more spice.
Okay.
That kind of that red wine is still there. I got more of a caramel. You're getting more vanilla brown sugar. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oak there. It, to me, is not overly sweet. It's sweet. I'm enjoying it. I think it's... I think I like it better neat.
So, Fingers, you purchased this just the other day. Fingers Malloy, is this in your liquor cabinet? What did this cost?
$54.99. And for me, the answer is yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Right there, huh? Any higher, it's a definite no.
So if it were $55,
Yeah. By the way, they discontinued the penny. The last penny rolled off the mint in Philadelphia this week. You could still use pennies, but they're not making any more pennies because a penny costs 4 cents to make. Oh, gosh. Well, I think based on people being able to say to me, Tony, I had the Burning Chair Bourbon and you're just a giant wimp, I think it's a yes. I think it's a yes. Yeah. I could see people doing it. I could see people. Why it's hitting me the way it is, I can't well answer. But there's flavor there. There's something there. It's not perfectly my flavor profile, as I often discuss, but I can see it. I can see this happening in people's lives.
I think it brings a lot to the table. I think that it's unique. You just don't see this everywhere. For those reasons. And the price point, because we have to re-examine what we're spending on everything.
Yes.
I think for me, this is in the liquor cabinet.
The Burning Chair Bourbon right there. Check it out for yourself. It is time, Fingers Malloy, for News of the Week.
Well, let's stick with the housing theme, shall we, Tony?
By the way, we had a very interesting conversation about how, yes, I'm accurate in the people expect too much, have too many demands as first-time home buyers. Fingers made the argument, and he's accurate, that if we're building houses of 3,000 plus square feet, if we're building houses because the builder wants to maximize profit, which I don't oppose, and so therefore you're in the 5, 6, 700,000s. Never mind what land costs are. Where is the starter home? Where does one get a start? That is a real argument. I don't want that dismissed from what you said, Fingers. It makes sense and it's worthy of discussion. I would go back to where are these houses being built and what willingness do people have to start their lives in a place where maybe they didn't know they would be, but that's the place they can afford to start their lives. Do you think that if they weren't building all of those same exact kinds of houses in Levittown, on Long Island, right? That style of house, They would have then gone to the houses in Jersey or gone to the houses in Connecticut or somewhere else where this was happening, where the housing was affordable to do. So I do think that comes into play, that people need to think about where they can be to start their lives in that regard, not where they think they must be or demand to be. But your point is well taken. If you aren't creating things that allow somebody who's just starting out their lives to move into, they have no place to move into.
Yeah. And you may see a re-examination of people deciding where they're going to live based on the fact that many people can now work remotely, and they may be able to move to smaller towns away from the big city or into the country, and there may be a move out of the city. But what I was going to bring up in news of the week is the Daily Mail has the story: foreclosures surged 20% as Americans struggle to pay their mortgage, and there are fears of a 2008 style crash. Now, we've been hearing this for a while, right? That there's, watch out for the real estate crash. It's going to happen. I think where people need to be concerned about a real estate crash is in the commercial real estate market.
So there's a real question why that hasn't happened already. When you talk about people not in the offices, although a lot of companies have ordered people back to the offices, but there are also companies that have shed employees. I don't know. We're not yet in the place where that the commercial real estate settles out, shakes out. But I agree with you. It has not come, although it has been rumored for a while.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how, as inflation continues to grip the economy, how it affects real estate. As property taxes increase, as homeowners insurance increases, are we going to see more of these foreclosures moving forward? It's something to keep an eye on.
Well, certainly if we see large-scale layoffs like Amazon and UPS in favor of AI, and I don't know if that's even going to work out for them, we could have further bad things on the horizon. So thanks for bringing the good news.
Sha-la-la-la.
Let's eat, drink, smoke. Only half the homes in America have cable, Fingers Malloy.
Really?
That's a true story.
I get all my TV via closed circuit.
Eat, drink, smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. Only half the homes in America have cable TV. But when you take a look at streaming services and you add that price together, you might as well have cable TV. If you took the seven most popular, right? Your Netflix, your Hulu, your Disney Plus, your Apple TV, you got your Peacock there, you got your Paramount Plus, and I'm missing one. Let's say I'm missing one. I had done the math on the basic plans. The cheapest plan, $72. That's what you're paying a month. And nobody has the cheapest plans. And people have every streaming service under the sun, and they're paying $100. And there's a story in the Wall Street Journal about how streaming services have gone up, and Disney is up 173% in cost from where it started. But in the end, everything is really in that $17 to $25 category. There are like Paramount Plus you can get for $12, right? That's $12 a month or $12.99 a month. But those will eventually go up. The people are paying the max for as few commercials as possible and some extra added features. It's just as expensive as cable. Why is it better?
Well, I will say that isn't this what we asked for? 20, 30 years ago, we were screaming at cable companies to give us an a la carte service where instead of having to get a big package of a cable service that included channels that we weren't going to watch, you couldn't pick and choose your channels. Well, now you have an option of choosing this streaming service here, the streaming service over there. You can get by with very little invested in your entertainment if you're willing to miss out on every hot new TV show on the planet.
Right.
I mean, you can get on Pluto TV. It's free.
Yes.
And there are hundreds of stations on there. Now, some of the channels and the content may be a little long in the tooth.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. That, one of the stations that I will tune into from time to time, and you and I have talked about how we both We're big fans of Johnny Carson.
Yes.
There's a Johnny Carson channel.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, there
Wow.
there are old, the Andy Griffith Show channel.
Yeah, I'm not sure to know. No, I'm not that on
Yeah. But there are free options out there as well. So, while I do agree that cable has gotten out of control, there are options out there that you can stretch your entertainment dollar and not break the budget.
And if you're going to be watching the Johnny Carson channel, do it while eating a steak from defiancebeef.com. I know, so cheesy, but the steaks are so good. We made the meatballs with the ground beef this week. Absolutely spectacular. I did the chuck roasts after a marinade. Fantastic. Defiance Beef is right here in Indiana, and it steaks directly to your door. You go to defiancebeef.com, use promo code EatDrinkSmoke, and you're going to get $150 off your order right there. And then everything is aged 21 days. Incredible tenderness, incredible beef flavor. And then they'll call you and be like, okay, what do you want? And depending on whether you ordered a quarter cow, a half cow, or an entire cow, well, that's how many strips you're going to get and how many ribeyes you're going to get and how many tenderloins and what size of brisket and everything else. You can decide the thickness, all of it. You want the soup bones? Boom, they'll send the soup bones. Defiance Beef, right here in Indiana, delivered directly to your door, frozen, ready to go right into the chest freezer, and then incredible on the grill. You're going to love it. Go to Defiance Beef, DEFIANCE, defiancebeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke and get $150 off your order. Truly incredible. And I think the next slots booked by December 4th. So you want to make that happen. I know I don't want to date the podcast or anything like that, but you'll go to Defiance Beef, you'll see when it's available, and then boom, so easy to do, defiancebeef.com. I'm saying about the cable, half the people have cable. How many of that group have it because wherever they rent from, the cable comes with it? The basic cable is just part of the deal.
That's very possible. I also think that another segment of the cable purchasing customer is seasoned citizens like Fingers Malloy Sr. that wants his cable TV. He wants a cable box. He wants to be able to switch the channels. He doesn't want to go to 15 different apps to get his entertainment.
I think that's very true as well. It's what you're used to. It's what you're comfortable with. And you're not buying into some television or really, it's not television. It's content trends, right? The big giant screen that sits in your living room is nothing more than a content delivery device. It's a screen. That's all it is. And everything else is the app to which you are getting that content. There was a moment there where all this content that was being created for TV was incredible. It was like a golden age of television. I don't know if we're there anymore. Do you think that we're still in a place? I mean, there's the stuff Taylor Sheridan is doing with like Landman and some of those shows. Are we in a place of spectacular TV? And by the way, I can point to good television shows. A fanfare around things like Severance, for example, right, gets people very, very excited.
I have just sat down and watched a new television show. I'm binge watching. It's called The Crown. It's brand new. It just came out. People are really, really into it.
It didn't just come out.
Oh,
and how did Mrs. Malloy sucker you into this?
She didn't. I wanted to watch it only because I've seen several clips online through the Instagrams there. And it was all of John Lithgow playing Winston Churchill. And I was like, oh, there's a lot of Churchill in this. I'm a middle-aged man. I'm into Churchill, so I want to watch this show. You know what I'm finding out? Little of it has to do with Winston Churchill.
That's shocking. Shocking, I say. You want something that's shocking? We said we would do it. Fingers Malloy, what did you eat today? As you well know, Fingers Malloy has the worst diet in the history of mankind. If it doesn't come from a convenience store or a gas station, Fingers Malloy says, I don't touch that stuff. And today he said, you don't want to know what I had today. So, okay, now I want to know. Fingers is going to tell us what he ate today, and then we will ask the age-old question. Fingers Malloy, how are you still alive? Fingers, what did you eat today?
Well, I started out the morning at a gas station.
What?
And this gas station has breakfast sandwiches pre-made, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
And right next to the sandwiches, there's a little tiny compartment with windows that you open up, and they have donuts in them.
I believe they're called doors.
Oh, wow. What did I say?
It's windows.
Oh, windows. But the windows with handles.
Doors.
And in that, they had the donuts. And so I got one of those chocolate-covered Long Johns with the creamy filling in the middle.
Right. And the breakfast sandwich.
Yes. And I chased it with a 44-ounce Diet Coke. That was breakfast. For lunch, I had a Mrs. Freshly's honey bun, not frosted, and a
Because
Pepsi.
who needs the empty calories?
That's right, and a Pepsi Zero. And then I, on my way to Eat, Drink, Smoke Studios, I had a Big Mac with a medium fry, a Diet Coke, and a holiday pie. Holiday pie.
Is that real?
Yes. You've never had a holiday pie from McDonald's?
You know what? I don't have the time to dig into this. Now we ask the question that has confused scientists for eons. Fingers Malloy, how are you still alive?
I did 2 burpees this afternoon. I feel fantastic.
That is, I had a salad. What is happening?
We need to get you a holiday pie.
Clearly, we need to get me a holiday pie. Smoking from La Aurora, 1903, Cameroon, 5 3/4 by 54, $7 a stick. Yeah, all day. It's a nice cigar. It is worthwhile to have a few of those in the humidor. The Burning Chair Bourbon right here coming in at $54.99 a bottle. Finger says yes. I'd say probably in the liquor cabinet for a lot of people. Try it yourself. It just threw off a lot of heat to me. Find everything we do on the podcast, wherever it is you get your podcast. Just look for Eat, Drink, Smoke, and on all the social medias. More next week. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat, Drink, Smoke on social media. On Twitter, @Go Eat, Drink, Smoke. On Facebook, facebook.com/Eat, Drink, Smoke. And Instagram, @Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast. Hey, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. We're proud of you.
You should watch more of our videos. Make sure you subscribe right there to Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your videos, on YouTube, on Rumble, and don't forget Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast, where we've got the shorts and some very cool things going on.